Welcome to the 2009 Moody Mega Math Challenge final presentations. Your paper was evaluated as being among the top 6 of the 389 that were submitted.
We were definitely excited, and we really felt like all of our work had just paid off. We had accomplished something.
Everyone in this room is incredibly smart, incredibly dedicated to their projects, and they all want to do well. So we're up against the final round of competition, and I'm pretty confident in our paper, and I think we're going to do well, but we'll see what happens. It certainly is nerve-wracking.
So President Obama, in his first 2 months of office, in February passed the Recovery and Reinvestment Act to address unemployment as well as key, problems in key credit markets.
I mean, we're just really happy at this point. We wrote the paper, we came in, we got to sit in that excellent room next door, and no, we're pretty happy with the way things went.
We will see indicators that are representative of that industry, like consumption of solar and photovoltaic energy and oil and petroleum consumption. We will see those increase accordingly.
We had confidence in our idea, and we knew that it had a lot of potential, so we got down to it. We researched it more in depth. From the very beginning to the very end, we just put in our all and hope for the best. We felt that the empirical approach that we took to this model allowed us to have relatively few assumptions. We had 5 assumptions, and the first one was that as Josh mentioned earlier, a representative indicator for each sector would completely reflect any changes in government spending in that sector.
We had guessed early on that the topic of the paper this year would be about the bailout, since it is basically the biggest news in the economic sector. Then what we did was we offset employment by 1 year. We mapped the values like this, got a new graph. The R-squared value was 0.662.
We then used the equations which were shown on the plots earlier to predict what the percent change in jobs in that industry would be. There was no politics that needed to enter the situation. We just needed to look at the numbers to make smart decisions about what we were going to put into our report and how we were going to address the data.
So, yes, we acknowledge the Great Depression was a much more serious contraction in our economy. The FDR administration did not attempt fiscal stimuli on this level and creating debt on this level until World War II.
A scholarship of $7,500, Bergen County Academies, Hackensack, New Jersey.
It was a fantastic experience that gave me a hands-on view of how economists, mathematicians, and other scientists work to answer some of our world's hardest problems, and how even as students with a minimal amount of knowledge, we can still attempt to take a stab at this.